Hello, 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 and welcome back, all of my beautiful friends from the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is having an absolutely spectacular Tuesday, or whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or night. I'm so excited to be back here with y'all for another iteration of the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now remember, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, please leave us a rating and also leave us a review. It helps out the show so much, gets the show spread to all the potential beautiful friends that we have out there who are just waiting to become our beautiful friends from the internet. And also remember, you can reply to this week's episode by hitting and going to Spotify and hitting the most recent episode or the most recent episode in Spotify, and clicking the description, and right there you should see the answer or the question for this week's podcast. You can put your response, and I will read that response out loud on the next week's following episode. So it's completely free. You don't need a membership in Spotify to do so. And then you will be notified when your response is published. And I want to just give a massive shout out to everybody who does that. You can also comment on my YouTube channel as well. If you go to Reddit Asks Us podcast on YouTube, you can also if you have like a longer comment, because I know that Spotify has like a character limit. Barring that it's like an actual essay, I will read it out loud on the show in that next week's following episode. So I want to just thank everybody who's been doing that. It's crazy to see how much support we have for the show, and I love each and every single one of you. So thank you for doing that. A few housekeeping items before we start the show. Number one, this show is now ad approved, so you can expect to hear at least 3 ads throughout the episode. 1 after we read the comments, and 2 at about the 30, anywhere between the 30 and, or I'd say anywhere between like the 25 to 35 minute mark. I'm trying to get better at remembering to announce that there's going to be an ad break. It's something I'm kind of getting used to. It's exciting for me to know that I can actually start monetizing the show, and potentially it shows that the show has the ability to grow, and really honestly that's all thanks to you beautiful people. And also follow me on Instagram at Reddit Asks Us podcast on Instagram. If you see any of my stuff on YouTube, also Reddit Asks Us podcast on YouTube and TikTok. Because I'm posting different types of content on there. I'm posting those sort of like Reddit short videos with the reading out Reddit responses from Askreddit. And it's like put to like those Minecraft videos. You know what? I really enjoy making them. They're fun to watch. It's a different style of content, and it's just a great way to just increase engagement. So go ahead and follow my Instagram. I've been posting those every other day, so you're going to get a new short or reel or TikTok every other day. So please hit those up. I'd love to see the community get together on there, and then that means you guys can actually talk to each other too, because I know it's kind of annoying that sometimes on Spotify you don't get to talk to each other, but you can do so on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and so on. Last of all, I mentioned this at the end of my podcast episode last week. I know probably a lot of people weren't really listening when I mentioned this, but I'm toying with the idea, and this is something that I was just putting out to the listeners, seeing what everyone's responses were going to be. But I'm toying with the idea of potentially releasing a subscription model of this podcast, where for an extra couple dollars a month, you'll be able to hear another episode every week. So so for that subscription community, you'll hear another episode of the Reddit Asks Us podcast on Thursdays. That's kind of when I was thinking about doing them. So you'll get an episode on Tuesday, and then for a few dollars a month, you'll be able to get another extra episode, which is an ad-free episode on Thursdays. So I'm toying with this idea. I want to see if there's support for it. If there is, it's something I definitely would be excited to integrate into the show. Now that we've gone through all of that boring stuff, I know we all want to get to the juicy, the spicy comments. I know everyone's just waiting on the edge of their seats to hear these. So, from last week, Why don't we just hop right in? So last week's episode was, what is a dirty industry secret that you know? So the first one comes from the Green Changeling. Never turn your back to a ghost shrimp. Never turn your back to a ghost shrimp. Don't know why. I don't even know what a ghost shrimp is. This just goes to show I grew up in like the most landlocked place in the world. I grew up where it's just, there's a lot of lakes. No shrimp though. Everyone says that. I have this like thing with my friends where we want it. So Popeyes is huge in Canada because Popeyes just got to Canada, like, I don't know, a few years ago. And it's just been the rage, man. Like we Canadians had no idea what we were missing out on until we tried Popeyes. And I'm a massive fan of Popeyes, Louisiana fried chicken. And the chicken sandwich is just the best one that there is. It's insane. And we've had this like running joke about how we're trying to, which one of us is going to order shrimp, because everyone is telling me that I'm bold. I want to do it. I want to get the shrimp. And everyone's telling me that if I order shrimp that I might enter into a coma. So you know what? I'm not turning my back on the ghost shrimp. Okay. I'm not turning my back on I don't even know if that's the right thing, but, I mean, I wouldn't try it in Saskatchewan, okay? That's because that's where I'm originally from. I wouldn't probably try it there. That seems a little too far away from any ocean. But now I live in Halifax, and Halifax's right is in Canada. It's Nova Scotia. It's right on the sea. Literally, we have the sea right there in the front on our boardwalk. So you know what? I trust that a little bit more. So next one comes from Pink Rat. That Playboi Carti lies to his fans about dropping music. I have listened, I only really know like one Playboi Carti song. I didn't really listen to Playboi Carti in high school. It wasn't really my thing, but I know the one song I really like is with him and Lil Uzi Vert. Now is my time. Like, that's my song. I'd definitely be vibing with that song. But Playboi Carti, I don't even know how to feel about him. I know a lot of people get frustrated with Playboi Carti. It's like, yo, dropping new music tonight. Head on my Instagram, go to my Spotify, go to my Apple Music, pre-save everything. And it drops, and it's literally just like a track of him going, Isn't that, who is that? Is that Roddy Ricch? Oh, I can't keep track of any of these guys nowadays. Makes me feel old, but I'm literally 22, but I'm just like I'm so not in that like hip hop scene anymore. Not in that hip hop scene. Future just dropped a new album. That was good. But yeah, that's a great way to just create. Isn't Playboi Carti's whole thing like rage? Isn't that like his album or whatever? Like, isn't that a great way to just incite rage amongst your fans? It's like, I know you guys love me so much, and I know you appreciate my music. And I'm just an artist. I'm just trying to do what artists do, just get into my creative mindset. So, and I want to create loyal fans because I know everybody just loves my music, loves what I do. So I'm just going to deceive you. I'm going to lie to you about everything. And you thought I was dropping? You thought I was dropping? That's cute. You really thought I was dropping. You really, wow. Guess he's not a real fan. Guess who's not a real fan of me? I'm not. You really thought I was dropping, bro? You're an idiot. You're an idiot to think that I was dropping tonight. I'm absolutely not dropping tonight. I'm never dropping. Okay, no more music ever. I do know some Playboi Carti fans, and I definitely have heard the frustration. The frustration is real. Next one comes from Stressed Human. What's going on, Stressed Human? Great to see you again. Hiatal hernias are the part of, so this is from last week. This is a call out from last week. Part of the stomach that comes into the esophagus. Yeah, that horrifies me. Any internal body things, like anything. Okay, I'm okay with getting a cut. Okay, I'm okay with getting a gash even. All right. I'm okay with getting just a little slice. We'll have you, as long as it's visible. But internal injuries, no, that's where I draw the line. Okay. If there's just internal injuries, scare the hell out of me. Like, what do? You don't even like necessarily even know what's happening. It's like, yeah, I started to feel not so great, and then I bled out from the inside because I got into a minor fender bender. Like, that's not fair. Humans shouldn't be like, we should have interiors of titanium. Okay, interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Okay. we should have some crocodile skin, some real hard crocodile skin on the inside of our body. I don't understand why all that stuff's on the outside. It should be on the inside. All right? I want to stop stuff from coming in. I want to stop stuff from coming out. Okay? I don't want my stomach to just burst out of a place in my body and just start internally messing up what's going on in there. I don't want my intestines to just start screwing up and just internally bleeding. All right? I'm not about that. The bowling alley kitchen I worked in didn't clean the walls and sides of the fryer for years, nor under the dish pit. To be honest, if you're ordering food from the bowling alley, you kind of got what's coming to you, bro. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, that's disgusting. But at the end of the day, it's also just like, I don't really think I'm trusting the bowling alley chili fries. I don't think so. I think I could go to the Amazon rainforest and probably end up on like a 6-month trek and end up with less diseases than I would have if I ate food from a bowling alley kitchen. And it just can't not be sanitary. I feel like that's just an oxymoron, a sanitary bowling alley kitchen. Next one comes from Ghost. What's going on, Ghost? What's up, Luke? Don't got one yet, sadly. Great episode. Congrats on making the moolah. Thank you so much. And if anyone needs stoner advice, I'm your Ghost. I look forward to your next episode, your next podcast. You should do a spooky one sometime. Anytime I get a spooky one coming up, I will absolutely let you know, Ghost, and I will be doing that. I really appreciate that comment. I love the love. I spread the love. Thank you so much, Ghost. Pay attention for Halloween. Once October comes around, a lot of spooky questions end up on Reddit, right? Like I choose some of the top upvoted questions from the Askreddit subreddit. That's like how I get these questions. And October comes around, there's some spooky questions, okay? But there also is some spooky ones every once in a while. Sometimes I do like, what's the creepiest thing that's happened to you? What's the weirdest thing? So stay tuned, Ghost. Stay tuned. Thank you for commenting. Next one comes from Fian3900. I hope I'm pronouncing that right again. Hey, Luke, FYI, RFK did have his vocal cords damaged. That was call out again to last week's episode. Yeah, I would hope so, because if he talked like that normally, that's just... I don't understand how he would have made it as far as he have in his life. If people like, I just don't understand. Like, no one could listen to that. No one could listen to that. And my answer: Luke Dick is a normal person outside of the podcast, not a celebrity. Stay safe and don't get pterodactyl. That's a shout out to Phil Savannah. So if you're listening to the podcast, Phil, that's a shout out to you. I don't know where this is coming from. Luke Dick is a normal person outside of the podcast. It's a dirty industry secret. I hope that's not a dirty secret. And I'm not sure if like you know me in person or in real life, but this is what I generally tend to say about myself. And when you're listening to me on the podcast, this is generally how I am like all the time. Like, I'm kind of wearing myself on if not, I'm actually probably more myself on this podcast because it's like, I get to be with you. I get to be with all you beautiful people who already know me and like me for who I am on the inside. And I don't have to hide myself. All right. I don't have to shield my inner insecurities. Okay. I get to be who I want to be, and I get to be who I am on this show. And if you meet me in real life, odds are I actually might be even a little bit more reserved. I might be a little bit more like, oh, okay. But if you meet me and you know me from my podcast, I don't know how you would, because I don't really know how you would know what I look like. But if anyone wants to know what I look like, you can just go to @Luke_DYCK on Instagram. That's what I look like. I generally don't really tend to tag myself, but it's not about me. It's about the show. It's about us, right? This is a collective experience. What I've been saying since the beginning of the show, collective experience, right? It's not about me. But if you do want to know what I look like, in case you want to run into me at some point, or if you do run into me at some point, you can go look at me on my Instagram. But if you have met me, I'm glad you think I'm a normal person. I hope I'm a normal person. And I'm definitely not a celebrity, that's for sure. I don't want to be a celebrity. Next one comes from Iris1118. Hi, I've been listening to the podcast for about a year and I love your podcast. P.S. Where can I get an iPhone 15 Pro X Max double, triple, quarter pounder, double, Big Mac, flippy, dippy, whippy, Mocha Chica iPhone 7000 export? That is a callback from last week's episode. I'm not going to lie, Iris. When you commented this, I was hanging out with my roommates and I read this one out to them. I laughed out loud so hard. I feel like because sometimes I'm on the show, I say just the stupidest, ridiculous things in the heat of the moment, and I don't even really think about it. But when you typed it out, I was like, that sounds just so unbelievably ridiculous. I can't believe I actually read that or said that out loud on my show. But thank you so much. I can't believe you've been listening to the podcast for a year. That's incredible. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm glad that you've been enjoying the show for that long. Thank you so much, Iris. I hope you keep commenting. Next one comes from All of the Jazz. What's going on, All of Jazz? Hello, love the podcast. Helps me calm myself down at the end of the day. Also, carbonated water tastes like TV static. I know, okay? I am guilty of this, okay? This is a controversial opinion. Don't think I don't know this. In case anyone who hasn't tuned into an episode before, I'm a fan of carbonated water, okay? I like carbonated water. And I'm going to wear that on my sleeve. You know what? I might even do something even more sacrilegious. This is what I like to do. I like to pour my juice, right? I get Tropicana Tropicana orange mango peach juice, which is the best juice in the history of the planet, okay? And I pour a bit of that, like maybe a quarter of the cup, and then I put carbonated water in it, and it is the best thing known to human existence. So I get the hate for that. I understand the hate. I absolutely know the hate. But thank you so much for commenting. Last one on Spotify comes from Canon. That hello hits different when your headphones are at full volume. Damn near gave me a concussion. At least the ads were quiet though. Yeah, I'm starting to do some more audio editing to see if I can match the level of volumes with the ads that play, because I know how annoying that is for everybody. But I also laughed out loud when I saw that one originally. I was laughing with my roommates. So we got two more coming from YouTube. I know we want to get into the show here, folks, but we do love our beautiful listeners. So the other one was from GWolf3553, which is Stressed Human. And Stressed Human just commented on YouTube to say that they ran out of characters. They want to say they love the show, but won't be able to listen for the next few weeks as they're going on a trip, and they can't wait to catch up on the podcast when they return. Thank you for the comedic relief. I got you, okay? I appreciate you letting me know. I was like, man, have fun on your trip. Have fun on your trip. I love when people are enjoying themselves and enjoying their lives. So I hope you have an amazing time, Stressed Human. Thank you for letting us know. We are all anxiously awaiting your return. So thank you so much. And the last one comes from Skyberry. What's going on, Skyberry? I'm glad to see your comment again. Awesome episode today, as always. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Unbelievably appreciate that. So thank you all so much. We're going to take a quick ad break, and then when we hop back in, we're going to read from this week's episode. All right, so this week's episode comes from our very most favorite page on the internet, from the Askreddit subreddit. What's a thing that's currently in nowadays, but you think is just pure cringe? I did a YouTube short, an Instagram reel, a TikTok about this, but I thought it was so funny, and that's why I wanted to read it out loud and react to it. So, first one comes from Jenna Lee. The people who video themselves crying in different angles. I just think that's so gross. Why do you need to video yourself crying? And from 3 different angles. I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm officially old and just think some things should be private. No. I was thinking this was weird when I first started seeing these videos when I was on like Vine back in the day. Like, I just can't imagine somebody like setting up their phone, just like, they're like just devastated, setting up their phone, and they're just being like, okay, no crying, I'm not allowed to cry, can't cry now, no tears, and and then they're like, okay, suck them back in, we gotta reuse, so they're like capturing their tears, where they're like, okay, it's reduce, reuse, recycle, all right, pour them back in, we're gonna drink our tears, go back into the cup, it's all about reusing, reducing, recycling. It's like, okay, all right, setting up the camera, all right, camera looks good, damn, I look sexy today. My hamster died. And I just can't go on. Timothy, no. Like, it's just really, we need all 3 different angles. Like, one angle is not enough. And it's so funny because a lot of those videos put the camera at an angle where it's like supposed to look like it's not recording them. Like, it's somehow candid when you're like the only person in the room, and like you're clearly having just this intimate moment. Like, I don't understand the reaction from people that you're expecting. It's like, oh my God, who captured this? Who captured this intimate moment? This incredibly private moment? Who did this? Like, I don't understand. Like, we're getting a window into this person's life. I feel privileged to be a part of this. I feel so bad. I just want to comment and say, spread the love, spread the love. It's like, no, this is just so disingenuous. Like, I cannot get past that. It's also just like super self-centered and narcissistic. Like, it's like, yeah, something tragic happened to me in my life. And instead of working my way through that as a normal person, I'm going to try to monetize it. Let's flip it. Dad died of cancer? How can I make money off of this? Dad died of cancer. At least 10 million views. That's probably in the range of 10 million views. Mom hit by a bus. How do we go about this? Okay, well, mom was hit by a bus. Let's have an ad roll halfway through my TikTok for BetterHelp. Why don't we just throw it in there and, Bob's your uncle. There you go. It's already finished product. Okay? It's practically the money makes itself. Okay? This is what we have to be conscious of when we're doing crying videos. Reply from Pero oh my god, I'm not even gonna be able to say this. No word of a lie, I saw a woman on TikTok whose husband had died literally about 5 days previous. She's on camera making multiple videos, staring into the lens crying, doing a series for TikTok. I was gobsmacked. People have seriously lost the fucking plot. Imagine your spouse dying and almost immediately you're like, hey, I could film myself and use it for attention. Yeah, this is... JFC, Jesus fucking Christ, yeah, like, the husband's up in heaven, just, like, coming down, it's like, I can't, I don't know if I can look. It's like the archangel is just there to help you guide you through the experience. It's like, do you want to check on your wife? I don't know, I just don't know if I could see her this devastated. I don't know if I could put myself through that, and she's filming a TikTok about it. Really? Okay. Oh, and she's doing a YouTube sponsorship. She started a YouTube channel for widows. Great. Oh, lots of sponsors, lots of ads. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. I guess I've just gotta, what do you do now? What do I do now here? This is the deepest and darkest betrayal I could have ever experienced. That's okay. Next one comes from Strong Solution 7492. Pranks that should get someone's ass kicked in because it isn't funny. Yeah, this is even becoming such a thing on TikTok. It's this trend because it's like one of those things where people are cringing so hard. And I don't know, some people I think take pleasure in it. Some sick fucks out there like to take pleasure from watching people get messed with on the internet, which I just think if you do that, you're a total sadist. Like, come on, dude. Like, they're like, people are just trying to live their lives, okay? Now you're trying to, like, throw all the items out of their shopping cart. You're gonna, like, steal their baby. Like, what's going on here? Like, this isn't comedy. Like, I saw this video. This was, like, on a reaction video from Cody Co the other day, and it was, like, some guy would just like went up to this dude and in the grocery store and just started like chirping him, just started like beefing with him, like it just for no reason, just started insulting him, just being like, is this your girl? There's no way, bro. There's no way. Hey, you want to come with me? And like talking to his girl, and it's like, bro, like, and then he starts like, so then he's like, then he takes the guy's cart and he's like, this is my cart now. And the guy's like, dude, you think this is really funny? Like, You think this is like, come on, bro. I'm just trying to get groceries, dog. He's like, get away from me. And he's like trying to incite something. He wants to get a reaction out of people. That's like the biggest thing, is just like they want to get a reaction out of people. And bro's just not having it. Bro's like, nah, like, come on, dude. And so the guy tips over the cart and he's like, what did you just do to my cart? Like, everyone, this guy, he's trying to steal my stuff. He's trying to steal my cart. And the dude's like, come on, bro. And even the buddy's friend who was like filming the video was like, nah, bro, just gotta chill out, bro. No, this is not it. I don't think this is the move, bro. I think you thought this was going to be way more funny than it is, but you're acting like a total psychopath right now. Yeah, just stop messing with people's lives, Okay, let people just live, okay? Oh, it's such a TikTok thing, man. It's literally just a TikTok thing, cuz it's just for that sensationalism. People just love that. Like, people just love the idea of just blowing up on the internet. And then it's like it comes at the expense of other just people trying to live their lives. I can't stand that stuff. Next one comes from Skagaroni. Posting updates and photos about your children's medical/personal issues. I could not imagine trying to grow up with a parent like that. Yeah, it's like the mom on TikTok who's got all the sad music, and she's like, Erica just got bullied at school today. Everyone's saying that she had a big head, and that she's dumber than all the other students, and that she's got bulging eyes, and massive ears, and weirdly long toenails. And it's like, you don't think that those kids are gonna see that on TikTok? It's like, thanks a lot, Mom. Great to know what you think about me. And it's got like the black and white filter with the rain emoji, and then it's like cuts to her like holding a photo of her daughter. It's like, why do we have to be so mean in our society? Why can't society just lighten up? Why can't we just be nicer to each other? Treat people how you want to be treated. You're the problem. Okay, you're actively. I think this is a plot, okay? Because she is actively contributing to her daughter getting bullied even more. It's like, yeah, I saw your mom's TikTok. I didn't even know you had gross feet. Guess your mom gave us the info. Whip them out. Whip those dogs out. Let's see those little piggies, okay? Let's whip them out. Let's see. Let's get a little sniff. Let's get a sniff contest going here. Whose piggies are the smelliest? I bet that's Erica's. Erica's got the smelliest piggies on the planet. Oh my God. I'm like... And then I think this is a plot. This is the plot by these social media obsessed parents and like sensational like blowing up like obsessed parents, like going viral type parents, like viral parents. They're just they are actively participating in their children's torture. Like I guarantee before your child turns 15 years old, they're going to go no contact with you. They're going to go live with grandma and grandpa. They will probably rather be homeless than live with you. Oh my God. So, reply from Traditional Help 520. Recently unfriended someone because of this. I don't need to see a photo of the inside of your child's nostril whenever they have a cold. It makes me sad that there are children growing up thinking it's normal to post for photos when they're sick. It's so so their mom can post on social media. It's like their kid has like leukemia in the hospital, and she's just like, can you not look a little... like less happy? You look kind of happy. You're smiling for the photo. Look sicker, okay? This is not going to blow up on TikTok, okay? This is not going to do well on Instagram Reels if you're looking happy, okay? People need to feel sad. Look like you're suffering, okay? Look a little bit more dead, okay? You're probably going to die anyway, so just like look like more dead. No smiling in this one, honey. No smiling. Maybe we can smile for like one, okay? But that one's staying on my phone. This is for our family, okay? This is for our family. So don't smile and look sick. Look like you are in your last week of living. Okay, I know the doctor said you have a month left, but imagine it's the end of the month, okay? It's the end of the month, and here we go. And photo. It's like, yeah, this is definitely, social media has contributed in, I like social media for a lot of reasons. I have a very strict kind of relationship with social media, but it's good for some things, but God, is it horrible for other things. Next one comes from Clint Man. People acting like arrogant assholes for attention on the internet, and then playing the victim when they get the attention. When the attention they get from acting like assholes is predictably negative. Yeah, this is like that total rage bait. Yeah, that's what it is. There's like a reply. That's the other thing I was talking about earlier. And TikTok pays people for stuff like this. Like, it's actually insane. Like, if you get like 10 million views on TikTok, you make like a couple grand. It's like, bro, what? Like, how are you actually paying people for this? This is terrible. And like, they won't swear and stuff, so it can get into the, I don't know, content. It just drives more people to see that stuff. Next one comes from the She Ghost. The automated robot voice on TikTok videos. When, the very first one that came out, walking my dog so I can see where he likes to go. Oh my God. following my dog into the forest so I can see where his favorite spots to hang are. Oh my God. It is the worst. I probably made a bunch of you cringe right now. I probably just made a bunch of you just like shrivel in cringeness, soaked in cringe right there. I am not a fan of the automated voice. And that's why if you're interested at all in watching those, some of my Instagram Reel, shameless plug right now, for my Instagram Reel, TikTok, and YouTube short videos, I read them with my own voice because I know that I personally hate the automated voice. I don't understand it. Maybe it's just like a weird cognitive human thing where just people just want to hear that voice. But I don't know. I do not like it. It feels so disingenuous. It feels more like they're just trying to suck the attention out of your brain. Like it feels more overtly trying to grab your attention. Whereas when a real person does it, at least it's a little bit more genuine, okay? And it actually is interesting. Like I like making those TikToks and those reels. I enjoy it, but it feels a little bit more genuine because you get to hear my voice, and then you maybe can hear my podcast and hear me on the show, and then you get to. It's more of like an integrative experience. Whereas these other people, it's just like I feel like it's just so disingenuous. They just know the algorithm, and they're just like, okay, I'm just gonna follow along. Which I did actually get a hate comment. On my YouTube channel about someone being like, oh, this is the laziest content ever. But it's like, well, I'm not AI reading it, and I do make them all from scratch. It takes me to make about like 15 of them. It probably takes me like, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours to make them. Like it's an involved process. Like it's not like super simple to do. It takes a long time, and you got to choose the right ones. And honestly, that's just like recording them. That doesn't mean like going through and making, this is boring stuff. You guys don't want to hear about this. Anyways, then a reply from the horniest rhino. Got that rhino pill. That rhino pill creamy. I probably just again made a bunch of you guys cringe again. Sorry for that. I am a total just internet slang lord. I am all about it. I find it so funny, and it's just brain rot. It's just brain rot conversation words that boil down to just absolutely nothing. Just my brain and all of its sludge. I like it when ads or even regular people use the AI TikTok voice in a video. It lets me know that I can completely ignore the product or person entirely. Yeah, exactly. Why would I ever want to be a product that's endorsed by a disembodied AI voice? I don't think... You know what's great when you're trying to find products that appeal to human beings? Having them endorsed by other human beings and not ChatGPT. I don't think ChatGPT has ever used soap. Okay, I don't think ChatGPT has ever used BetterHelp. Okay, if I want those endorsements, I'd rather hear them coming from a normal person. Are you depressed? Do you think about killing yourself often? Have you ever thought about BetterHelp? Like, oh my God, please. And this is not a knock to BetterHelp, honestly. I'm not even mad about. Like, I actually kind of like the idea of BetterHelp. Like, they're just an easy ad to pick on because I just see them all the time in videos. Next one comes from Ironman454. Are reaction shots still a thing? I cannot stand watching a video of someone's stupid face while they watch something else happening. Some old lady nodding and pointing her finger into the air or shaking her head while a video plays in the background has got to go. Yeah, this is... I mean, it depends. It depends for me. If it's reaction content, but it's comedic stuff, like Cody Ko is like my ultimate favorite like reaction YouTuber. I don't even really watch a lot of other people than Cody. Like Cody is really just kind of the guy for me. I just love his sense of humor, and I model like my show and my content, a lot of that stuff after his stuff because I just think he's really funny, and we have a very similar sense of humor. And like I don't mind if it's actively making fun of something or doing a commentary, but the dumbest thing is when it's just some person in the corner. Well, and it's like they're just trying to get monetization views from playing the original video. It's like this it's like when videos go viral and it's just a person just sitting in the corner so that everyone can see that video, but they're just gonna they're just going to drive the views for that video to their channel. They won't even pause it. They'll start the video by just being like, yo, what's going on, guys? Let's just get right into the video. It's not even like, it's okay. That is shameless. That is so, like, not, like, I don't know. Some of them are just, I don't know. Some of them are really funny. But, like, when they're actual comedic reaction videos. But if you're just going to be like, yeah, I'm going to just take advantage of the situation so that I can make money off of it. Reply from Balam Baffle. Also, stupid faces on YouTube thumbnails. And then we got a reply to that. Bad Elephant. We stuck our balls in a blender and this happened? Yeah, that stuff is like for kids, man. That's the stuff that gets kids. It is that, like, you know, I burned down my own house. I was caught in a house fire, and it's just someone just, you know, launching an RPG at their own house for YouTube video views. It's like, okay, that is pretty entertaining. But with that said, it is that sensationalization. It's clickbait. It's this clickbait, and clickbait is just clickbait is getting worse, man, because people know how to do it, and they also just know how to take advantage of kids. Like, that's why, I mean, the way my podcast works, I don't let this show get recommended to kids, because the show is really not for kids. Okay, no kid wants to listen to a podcast. I mean, shout out to all my users who are, like, under 17. I know there's, like, or my listeners, I know there's, like, a decent portion of you guys that are, like, under 17, but nobody wants to, like, nobody young wants to listen to a whole podcast. Like, it's just, come on. Like, we need to actually start making, like, worthwhile content. Whatever happened to just, like, Weird Al Yankovic on YouTube? Whatever happened to that? Real content that's actually funny for children. Whatever happened to Smosh? Okay? Smosh was, like, my childhood. I loved Smosh. I was such a huge Smosh fan as a kid. I used to love watching their, like, second channel reaction videos where people would just, like, send them stuff all over the world. Now you can't even do that today because someone's gonna put, like, anthrax in your mailbox. You're gonna open up and it's a letter from the goddamn Unabomber. Like, people, whatever happened to the wholesome content? Okay, why can't we just go back to the way things used to be instead of this sensationalized BS? Next one comes from As Sunny X. Removing your buccal fat. Is it buccal fat? Apparently it's a fat from your cheeks, like not those cheeks. Not those. I know which cheeks you're thinking about. Not those cheeks, okay? You're not removing anything from those cheeks. It's the other cheeks. It's your cheeks on your face, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, leave your cheeks alone. You hear that? Leave those cheeks alone. Leave both cheeks alone, okay? We don't need no BBLs around here, okay? If you got a small butt, don't even worry about it, okay? Who cares? Love yourself. Love yourself for who you are. All right? We don't need no butt injections, no BBLs over here. Okay, just be yourself. How about a BBB yourself? How about that? I'm done with that. I'm done with the fakeness, all right? But yeah, it says you need that fat if you don't want to look like Skeletor when you get old. Yeah, this is people removing stuff. I mean, it's so tough. Like, nowadays I think it's just we're so conditioned to have a horrible sense of self-esteem. We are constantly comparing ourselves to other people. And it's way worse than any other generation, because before it was like magazines, you know, it was on TV, but now it's like on TV, on streaming, on social media. Like, it's every aspect of your life revolves around just like constantly being aware of other people. And it's because it's expanded the breadth of people that you see on a daily basis, because now there's so many different avenues for people to be known, you know, for people to be recognized. And then the people who are recognized get just criticized so much. And so then that works its way down into the regular population. We got to remember, these people are just as human as we are. They're not like more or any more immune to criticism. Like, literally the perfect example is Disney stars. There's like 2 Disney stars that have turned out well. Okay, that just goes to show like we are all having and participating within this like negative self-esteem sort of stuff. Leave that cheek fat alone. Right? Keep the fat that's on your cheeks there. Don't be moving it around. Don't be taking the face cheek fat and moving it to the cheek, all right, fat. Okay, just keep them all where it is. All right, you were born this way. Just keep that fat where it all belongs, all right? Reply from Pinner. This has been one of those things that absolutely wigs me. Several adorable celebs have gone and done this, and it's just wrecked their faces. They look gaunt, sick, and usually their eyes sunken in. Gaunt. Jeez, that's a strong word. I feel like that should be profanity. Gaunt. You're looking very gaunt today. Wow, it makes me think of that guy from Ratatouille. And what is his name? What is the Igor? Oh my God, why can't I remember this Ratatouille film? I'm looking it up right now, folks. Please hang on with me. Anton, what is his name? Oh, sorry. No. What is his name? Come on, where is he at? It's not is it Alfredo Linguini? No, that's the dad, right? Oh, Gusteau. Yeah, Auguste Gusteau. Or no, that's the chef. Maybe it is that guy, Alfredo Linguini. I don't know. Come on. Oh, Anton Ego. Why is his name so far down? Anton Ego. Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about. Yeah, that makes gaunt. That makes me think of Anton Ego, like anyone who gets called gaunt, or when that's the sickly child in Meet the Robinsons, when the guy's like or even when he's an adult. That makes me want to think. It's like, geez, I don't really want to be compared to him. Reply from probably a Sith Lord. I'm not a plastic surgery snob. I generally roll my eyes at people who think they have the deciding vote on what someone should look like. But the buccal fat removal, am I pronouncing that? It's like bugle. Fat removal sounds like some plastic surgeon has gaslit an entire industry into thinking aging 10 years is a good look. Yeah, and like that's the thing that just goes to prove that it's not. When you modify yourself like that, it doesn't work because everyone in the public notices, number one, and number two, thinks it doesn't look good. When have you ever thought to yourself, wow, her lip injections look amazing. Her overly puffed up balloon helium lips look amazing. Her lifted cheekbones, I totally can't even notice it at all. Her like eye surgery doesn't even look like it was on purpose. Not even close. It's like, come on. Like, this is, don't ever, I remember being in high school and someone I went to high school with was like wanting to get like lip filler, lip injections. And I was like, why would you ever do that? Like, and she is a really beautiful person. And I'm like, at that moment when she said that to me, I was like, wow, this is how real this is right now for people. This is how real this is. It is working her way down to her. And she's one of the like most beautiful, good looking people I know. And she's like, oh, I want to get lip filler and frozen cheekbones and all this stuff. I'm like, what? Frozen cheekbones? Why? So you can have that like weird smile that like where they're like, you know, they can't actually fully smile. It's like, what do you need, surgery or something? Like I think frozen, anytime you should get anything frozen, it should just be like when your dentist does it to, you know, give you some oral surgery or something. Next one comes from 2pay12. It's been mentioned a few times, but replacing bad words with friendly versions. I know some platforms have an algorithm and all, but I would much rather hear the word suicide than game ended themselves. Yeah, that sounds more insulting. Oh my God. It's like that crying video. My dad just unalived. I can't get past this. Why would my dad choose to end the game? Why would he do it? I don't understand. I'm thinking it's my fault. He was canceled from life. I can't. He unsubscribed. I'm devastated. I can't. Yeah, this is not, no. like, come on, I think sometimes it needs to hit. It's got to hit sometimes to be real, right? If you casually told me that your dad unalived himself, I think I would be immediately calling mental health services. I would be like, someone is not right. Okay, this girl is speaking in TikTok brain language. Okay, and this is bad. And it's in a bad way. It's not skibbity toilet or, level 10 Giat, femboy hooters type of lingo. It's the bad stuff. Okay, it's the censoring. Okay, that's really getting it for me. It's the censoring for me. It's giving censoring. That stuff really makes me mad. I do it sometimes though. Fuck. But I hate when people do use that phrase in like a condescending way. Like I'll be like wearing some like I don't know. I'll be wearing like a different type of outfit, like a traditional older type of outfit, like a wool coat or something, and I'll know someone who goes like, "It's giving 1800s. It's giving train conductor." I'm like, "Really? Like, can you not just screw off? Can I not just dress like a train conductor if I want to? Okay, can I not just wear this like puffy hat, beret / weird hat if I want to? Can I not wear this white and blue striped shirt with overalls if I want to that are stained with coal? Okay, can I not carry this shovel around if I want to? Sure, whatever. It's giving train conductor. Fine, whatever. I'm fine with that." Next one comes from Simchuck. Filters. People don't even look real or remotely like themselves anymore in their pictures or videos. This is why, like, okay, folks, I'm gonna get real with you. I'm gonna get real with y'all. All right, I'm gonna level with you. Okay, I'm gonna be most vulnerable right now. This isn't even most vulnerable. This is like the most normal thing anyone could say if they're my age. I've been on the dating apps. All right, I use them. I dabble. Okay, I've dibbled and dabbled in the dating apps. Okay, and you know what? I've met great people. I've met some awesome people from dating apps. Really great people, actually. Some of my favorite people, mind you. I'm telling you right now, though, if I see filters on your dating app profile, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. We're taking a Larry on that one. All right, no Randy's allowed. All right, no Richards allowed. It's a Larry. It's a Lonald. Shout out to Lonald. It's a curve. All right, on that one, we're curving to the left. So it's just, I don't know. Yeah, the filters for me, it's like, come on, like you just, it makes me feel like, oh, so you don't want me to see what you actually look like, and and honestly, I feel like there are actually a lot of filters and stuff that are more subtle than I would have thought. Because I guarantee that I've definitely, seen people on social media who like use filters. And actually, you know what? No, I actually do know people who are really pretty people too. Too, and they will use filters. And I'm like, why though? You don't need a filter, okay? You're good looking enough. Like, you don't need a filter for this. Like, what are you hiding? Like, there's nothing to be like, oh, this is, it feels disingenuous. It feels like, why are you trying to you don't want me to see what you look like? Like, do you think I'm going to meet you in person and you don't, and then if you don't like look how you look, I'm just going to like be like, yeah, no worries. Like, what? That means you're deceiving me. I don't want to be deceived. It's not about the fact that you like use filters, really. It's about the fact that you're like trying to like get people to not really see what you look like. Reply from JQ Boss. I dated a woman recently who wanted to put filters on the selfies we would take together, which would make her look the way that she wanted, but then the same filter would apply to me and make me look super feminine. The filter would puff up my cheeks and make it look like I'm wearing blush, make me more tan, and make my eyes slightly larger. Like, what the fuck? I look like a cartoon in this photo. I do not post that. Reply from Dingo8, my gaby. You got yassified. Yeah, exactly. What are you talking about? You look great. I look like I should be belonging in like Hairspray in the play. Okay, I look like drag queen. Nothing against drag queens, okay? Love my drag queens. Okay, keep on dragging. But if I don't want to look like if I'm trying to pull off the masculine male look, or if I'm trying to pull off the scruffy look, the lumberjack look even, I think it's a little bit contradictory, a little bit of juxtaposed with RuPaul. Okay, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's just not the vibe I'm going for. Okay, I'm trying to give off a little bit more of I'm trying to just give off a little bit more of that scruffy vibe, the rough and tumble type of guy, the man's man vibe, I support everyone, love them all, no matter what the orientation, nothing, anything like that. Support them all. It's just this is what I think works for me. And my beard with this these sparkles on my cheeks and lifted cheekbones and the mascara and the slight changing of my eye color to look like a watery thing is not really doing it. It's really bringing out the red in my lips. I don't really think this is working for me. Okay, it might be working for you, but it's not really I'm not really achieving my desired goal here. Next one comes from Boring Name, Boring Life. Don't put yourself down like that. You're on the Reddit Asks Us podcast. Nothing's boring here. You clearly aren't having a boring life. You're on Reddit. You have 3.2K upvotes on this post. Nothing's boring. People normalizing the word trauma and using it for stupid things. Someone seriously told me they were traumatized because their waiter brought them the wrong food. I get that trauma is very subjective, but come on now. And they were dead serious. They really thought that's what trauma is. I'm going to pat myself on the back for reading that without stumbling, because I also read that for one of my TikTok reels or whatever recently. And the amount of times that I had to say that paragraph over and over and over again without stuttering I should get an award for that, to be honest. I think I should be commemorated. I should get one of those medals from the government, or from the military, that one of those things, no stumbling when reading script for TikTok video. I think that's honor. It's an honorable service that I just provided. That's just a joke, everyone. I'm not trying to crap on the military people and their real awards, because I would obviously soil myself at the first sign of actual combat. So I'm not trying to be that guy. Yeah, everyone's traumatized nowadays too. Listen, I think this is a two-sided coin, right? I think that there's a lot of things that we do need to unmask as trauma, things that do stick with us. I got traumatized by a video recently that I watched on YouTube. Oh my God, it was awful. I don't know. Well, it wasn't on YouTube, it was on Reddit actually, but I don't know why I clicked on that video. It was so awful, it was so terrible. I've seen some really awful things on the internet, okay? Stuff that's stuck with me forever. And I'm thinking about it now, and it's bothering me. The internet is a really messed up place, especially if you have a curious mind. But this is a two-sided coin, right? The one side is that a lot of previous generations have gone through actual trauma, but they've been culturally and socially conditioned to believe that it's not trauma, that you shouldn't talk about it, you should repress your feelings, you need to, and this is men and women, that these aren't things that you should be talking about, these aren't things that are worthy of being out there, and you're showing weakness by doing this stuff, and that you're showing a lack of strength, whereas, and then the other side of the coin is how it's actually well, considering on that side of the coin, actually, on that side of the coin, it also goes hand in hand with the fact that no, we actually do need to be talking more about trauma and how trauma is important, and it's how little things do traumatize us in certain subtle ways, and they do affect the way that we perceive and act in the world. And it's important to be aware of these things and move through them if they're actually affecting our lives. But on the other side of the coin, you have people who will have a cockroach in their kitchen and say that they are traumatized from ever cooking again. It's you need to cook my meals for me, bro. You need to cook my meals for me, bro. I'm not going into the kitchen. I'm traumatized, bro. There's a cockroach in the kitchen. You actually think I'm going to cook in the kitchen? You think I'm seriously going to cook in the kitchen, bro? I am not cooking in the kitchen, bro. You're cooking my food, bro. You have to cook my food. I'm traumatized. I saw a cockroach on the floor. How do you expect me to react? This is just, no, bro. You need to actually get your head on straight and realize that I'm suffering right now. Okay, I'm actually seriously going to die from this. I'm not even playing, bro. That's how these these people are. It's like, okay, no, trauma is witnessing someone's death right in front of you. That's traumatic, okay? Trauma comes in real types of ways, okay? Getting even mistreated by people, being bullied, that's traumatic. That's a real traumatic thing. Being bullied on social media, that's really traumatic, okay? I've known people who've gotten really messed up because of actual traumatic things. Isn't it? When we overuse the word like that, it loses its weight. It loses its meaning because then everyone's traumatized now, okay? The breeze blew the gel out of your hair. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a dumb example, but you got your shirt stained, you know, when you were out on a date. You're traumatized, you know? It's like, come on, dude. Relax. Reply from Bassman1805. More generally, taking acceptance of mental health so far that it turned around and started minimizing people's struggles. Yeah, like it minimizes the real struggles. You don't have ADHD just because you get bored in school. You aren't autistic just because you're introverted. You don't have OCD just because you take organization seriously. Acting like you have these conditions is actively detrimental to people who do have them. This is big facts. It's like, okay, you don't have OCD because you enjoy having all the colors of highlighters in your bag, okay? You don't have OCD because you're particular about the way that your hair looks, okay? This is not what OCD is, all right? You don't have obsessive compulsive disorder for, you know, even something like people will just be like, oh, I have to walk on the left side of someone. I have OCD. It's, no, you don't. You don't have OCD. I know someone who had OCD, okay? They would spend hours cleaning if one tiny little stain got on windows. Like, it's just hours cleaning. Everything was clean constantly. Clean. It's like, wow, this is a problem. This is actually a problem. And they had to go and get help for OCD. That's real OCD. But, I mean, sometimes it's fun to use colloquially when you know it's a joke. But other times it's just like, yeah, let me just take advantage of the fact that someone's suffering. The autism one really irks me too, because it's like, and the ADHD thing, because it's like, everyone will be like, oh yeah, I'm just like slightly on the spectrum, or like, I have ADHD, and like, not a knock to the people who are slightly on the spectrum. It actually is like on the spectrum, but it's the people who say that is like, who aren't on the spectrum, clearly not. It's like, just because the stuff is underdiagnosed doesn't mean everyone has it, okay? You might just be a little weird, okay? Everyone's a little weird, okay? I'm a little weird. I have a show where I talk into the void for like an hour every week, okay? I'm a little weird. That's one thing about me, if you meet me in person, is you actually might be like, he's an okay guy, but he's actually a little weird, okay? Expect that, okay? People are weird, all right? We're all weird. You don't have autism, okay? You're just a little quirky, all right? That's an insult to people who actually do have autism and actually do struggle with the things that people with autism actually struggle with. Next one comes from February Rec. I think I'm just going to go over an hour for this one because I'm already kind of there, and I spent the first 20 minutes reading the replies from last episode. Everything that has to do with aesthetic, clean girl aesthetic, mob wife aesthetic, work aesthetic, and so on. Reply from the warmest hugs. Adding core onto everything. Cottage core, candy core, children core. No, fuck off core. There was a reply from, and then another reply from Pinner. Similarly, the word core, yeah, goblin core, fairy core, goth core. It's weird. It's like when people kept saying everything was subject porn a while back, like food porn. Cannot stand that. Reply from the big bear, the man bear pig 222. Yeah, that's all pretty cringe core. Yeah, it is cringe core as fuck. Okay. Honestly, the core one doesn't bother me as much. Sometimes I kind of like use it ironically. But I feel like it's when people don't use it ironically is when it bothers me. It's like, okay, the joke's over. Okay, we're not doing that. It's like, wow, you look so Professor Core today. It's like, okay, that just kind of gave me the ick right there. I'm not like, please chill out. The porn one is the one that really bothers me. When that started coming around, I started getting scared. I was probably like 13, maybe 14 on social media when that started coming around, which is crazy because to think that was like almost 10 years ago. But maybe I was a little older than that. But when like food porn, I was like, ew, wait, I can't watch this. How's this on YouTube? It's food porn. I don't be watching food porn. It's porn. What's porn? How are we watching porn? No. I only want to see that on certain places on the internet, okay? I don't need to see that on my Instagram feed, okay? I don't want to be seeing that in YouTube videos, okay? Food porn. I'm like, no, it's not, okay? Why can't we just keep it wholesome? Like, fun food video, please. Or, entertaining food video. Not porn. Porn is so aggressive. It's like, oh, you like food? How about food porn? It's like, whoa. Like, do we really need to be calling everything porn? It's just to get the attention, right? Because that's such a charged word. I really don't think we need to be calling everything porn. Like, it's just to get people to be paying attention to whatever it is, This is one of those videos, satisfying porn. It's like, okay, relax. Let's not get carried away here. Okay, maybe let's read off one more thing. Next one comes from Jessica Lynn 77. Naming your kid something unique, which in turn ruins their life because you have a baby brain so bad you forget that your baby will grow up and be an adult. Reply from ZooTV83. Similarly, naming your child after a very specific pop culture reference that aged poorly. I feel bad for all the kids named Katniss or Khaleesi. I don't know what that is from. Who are going to have to apply for jobs someday. Katniss. Bruh. There is no way you named your daughter Katniss. Bro. You should be barred from having children if you name your daughter Katniss. Hunger Games? Is it really that big of a thing? Hunger Games? Like, are we really... That's what we're really going to? Oh my god. We reply from Tight Photograph 7262. Tragedy, which is spelled Tragedeigh. Tragedy. This is my daughter, Tragedy. This is my daughter, Crippling Depression. Yeah, that's the baby names. Come on, can we just not name our kids after, pop culture references? Can we just keep everything normal? Can I not have to address somebody by a very obscure random name? Why don't we just... And unique names are cool, okay? I don't mind unique names, but when, I really don't want you to be naming your kids something just absolutely, completely obscure. I don't really think that's going to help. Naming your son PETA. Like, really? No one's named that. No one knows what that is. And by the time they're old, it's like, really, Dad? Could you not just give me a name like Ethan or, Riley? Those are like two of my friends who have like the most common name. Anyways, okay. Why don't we wrap it up here for today, folks? I want to just thank each and every single one of you for tuning into the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the beautiful podcast with the most beautiful listeners, and all of my beautiful friends from in and around the internet. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please remember to leave a like and a comment and a subscribe and a rating and a review if you please will. And just again, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see y'all again next week. So I am just anxiously awaiting that time. Peace out. Love you. Goodbye.